Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Kris van Agt and today I'm going to talk about the what, the how and the why regarding to my thesis. For my graduation I had to do a thesis assignment. It was a long and hard process for me and sometimes I was like giving up because I saw no light at the end of the tunnel. But luckily I have a great family that helped me motivate myself to get into it and to make the best of it. I also got great help from my tutors at the IJzeren Man, but also my graduation mentor helped me out big time. So now I can finally say that I'm almost there. So let's start now by telling you the points I'm going to talk about in this presentation. First of all, let's take a look at the poster. As you can see, the poster has 6 different images. The first image is about why I'm. So why did I choose I'm for my thesis assignment? The second image is why this subject. So why did I choose to do a positioning research for I'm? The third image is about the target group. How and why did I choose these respondents? The fourth image is about the focus group. Why did I choose to do this research methods and why did I choose the respondents I chose? The fifth image is about the outcomes of my research methods. Did the methods work and what could I do differently the next time? The sixth and last image of this poster is about the link of this thesis process with my personal and professional skills. So all images have a subject or a question about different objects of my thesis. But let's start up with the topic of my thesis assignment. I'm doing a positioning research of I'm on the business event market. By using a BTC model, that's a brand, target group, and competition, and D3 concepts together will bring you the best positioning of a brand such as I'm. I'm has several halls for both private as business events, but I want to know more about the business side because of the great potential of that market. To better know the target group, I need to get aware of the wishes and needs of the potential business target audience. So that's the first part of the positioning, so the target group. And the second part is the identity. So to better know the brand, I have to know the current and desired identity for I'm. And that's the second part, is the brand part of this model. And then the competition part. To better know the competition of I'm, I need to picture all of the competitors of I'm so that I know where to put I'm at the end of my positioning research. So why I'm? Well, I'm is a company in the leisure branch which is currently working hard to be a well-mentioned leisure park. I would like to help companies like I'm with our growing process by doing research about things they simply can't do themselves. So why did I choose this topic? I discussed the topic with the marketing manager of I'm, and she told me that she wished to know more about the business event market. There were enough private events at I'm, but in the last years they saw chances in the business event market. I think the business event market is an interesting market because of the new laws that makes this market even harder. There is an opportunity for me to clear up the sky for I'm. This new law restrains companies to have their events at an external location such as I'm because of the extremely high tax rate. So how do you attract business target audience knowing that? And what do they receive of the facilities regarding to an event center? I think it's a big challenge for me to find a new solution to increase the amount of business events so in the future more companies come to IM for their business events, such as meetings and staffing events. So how did I carry out research to gain the necessary information? As I told you, the research is in three components. For that research, I first did some desk research. What does the business event market look like? What are the trends and the developments? And I also made a list of all the competitors of IM. Before I started, I also had interviews with the director of IM among some other important employees of IM. But the most and best information I've gained during this research was from in-depth interviews. These in-depth interviews were to get to know better of the target group. I had to gain information from the potential business target audience, so my target group. So by that, I decided to contact a website called adhocdata.com, where I could get the names, addresses, and some other contact details from companies in the surrounding area of IM. I also used a list of current clients of IM to reach out. After I gained the information of these potential visitors, I made a topic list for interviews. A total of 12 companies responded to my request to do this interview, which would take them 30 minutes of their time. The interview had two parts. In the first part, I asked them for some basic information about business events at their company. In the second part, I asked for more specific questions about the buying criteria of their event locations. Besides the interviews with potential customers, I also had an expert interview with someone from high-profile locations, which is a company that has a lot of information about the experience with event locations. To get information about the identity of IM, I decided to do a focus group. In this focus group, I invited some of IM's employees to do a brainstorm session about their company's identity. To get the best results, I invited employees from different functions and different layers, and by that, I could get the most completed version of IM's identity. Now I told you the how, and we move forward to the why. So why did I choose this specific research method, and did it work? I chose to do some desk research at first because I needed to know all the ins and outs about the business event market, so I could picture this market for IM and to see why this market is so hard to operate in. I chose to do in-depth interviews to get good qualitative information from the audience so I could really understand what the customers want. And I chose to do focus group because no one knows the company better as their own employees. I consider this to be the perfect approach of the research because of the amount of information I will get from my target audience and the employees of IM. And did it work? Well, actually, it did work because based on the information I've got from my respondents, I could form a representative and professional advice for IM, which I can easily use and proceed. As said at the beginning of this presentation, this whole process was very long and hard for me. I had some personal issues I couldn't get over very easily. And that was all because I didn't know exactly where the research was going and how I was supposed to get the information I wanted. I can clearly see now where this feeling came from and how I could do things differently, a different way in the future. Let's first off say that I always think I need to invent a whole new world when I start a project such as this thesis. I find it very difficult to ask someone to do something for me or to clear out something for me. I always think I must find the answers on my own. So next time I'm in a position like that, I keep in touch with my mentor more often and I ask people to clear up my thoughts. All these experiences I've been through the last couple of months help me to understand myself better. I am now more able to formulate a well-founded, substantiated opinion to convince others, taking into account the standards, values, and mindsets of the others. And I think that's basically the thing about being a creative leader. Besides that, I also think that these methods of research, such as in-depth interviews and the focus group, help me out to be a better researcher, especially the analysis of these qualitative methods really help me better understand the difficulty of research. So this was my presentation about the why. Why did I choose the subject? Why I choose why I chose the target group? Why I chose the focus group? Um, did these did this thing work? Did I get the right information from it? And how did I link all these information, all these processing to my personal and professional skills? So I hope you now better understand why I did this, and the rest of the report you can read in the report I wrote. So well, thank you again, and see you next time.